Energy expert Bala Zaka has warned that the refusal of President Muhammadu Buhari to sign the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill into law can have a negative impact on the economy. President Buhari had declined access to the document, citing several provisions of the bill. But Zaka believes his refusal could hamper the industry, especially the country's attempt to meet up to international standards.
If the petroleum industry bill is not passed into law, we don't need anybody as Nigerians to let us know or to bring it to our understanding that eventually we are going to grind the industry to a halt. We will grind this industry to a cul-de-sac and there will be doom waiting for us. The answer is very, very practical and can be explained. Every country that has sectors, regardless of the sectors you are talking about, needs to be guided by laws. As far as Nigeria is concerned, we've been talking about the petroleum industry bill for years. And if you don't pass these bills into laws, that means you're not going to have legal and procedural standards that you will use to regulate that industry. So as far as we are concerned, not passing the petroleum industry bill into law simply means that regulatory standards will not be there, investors will keep away because they will not know the laws and the contractual understanding that they will need to go into as far as Nigerian oil and gas industry is concerned. And principally, if you're talking about regulatory standards or legal standards, you require two ingredients. The first one is international acceptance, right? And the second one is local tolerance. And when you talk about international acceptance, you simply means because the oil is a global commodity, the oil and gas industry is a global industry. That simply means you are dealing with international currency, international product, and international cartel. And that simply means you need laws that will have international acceptance. And once you have international acceptance, that means multinationals will come and contract with you. Then the next thing has to do with local tolerance. And when we talk about local tolerance, it simply means some of the laws must accommodate the peculiarities of your local industry and your local people. Things like the communities, things like corporate social responsibilities, and how you are going to transfer technology. So once you have these two principal ingredients, that is international acceptance and local tolerance, the law will be suitable to go. But as far as we have not even passed the petroleum industry bill into law, we don't even know whether the laws will have international acceptance or local tolerance. And if we don't do that, we will eventually grind this industry to a cul-de-sac.
Zaka also highlighted some possible causes of Nigeria's dwindling foreign reserves.
There are so many reasons why the foreign reserve of a country will go down. In the case of Nigeria, what is our debt to GDP ratio? When you look at our debt to GDP ratio, our debt to GDP ratio is just rising. Our revenue to GDP ratio is going down. So if you have your revenue to GDP ratio going down and your debt to GDP ratio going up, then your external reserve is likely to suffer. And like we said, we are more of an importing nation than a nation that is into manufacturing. And we are a nation that believes more on what countries or nations outside our own country can provide. When you talk about health services, we go out to look for health services. That plays so much, that is so much in terms of the kind of foreign exchange. You know, basically when you talk about medical tourism, when you talk about education, others don't come to Nigeria to look for education. Rather, we go outside. That hits us hard also. And in recent times, we have embarked on serious borrowing. And when you continue to borrow, you don't manufacture. People don't come into your country, or people don't import from your country, rather you are an importing nation, the technical and natural thing that will happen is that your external reserves will be hit.